Look what we've got here. Ooh, she's a big box today. Got a couple of parawings coming over for not only myself, but for some mates as well. Let's see what we got. Let's try not to cut the parawings. Oh, look at that. So we've got 4 meters, 4 meters, 4 meters. This is what I wanted to see. This is the 3. That's another 3. 4 meter, 4 meter, 4 meter, 4 meter. Everybody with, ooh, nice little caps. Nice little touch flow. And here the 5. Cool. So I went all in. I got all 3 sizes now. A couple of the boys down the coast got some as well. So it's on. So let's do a little unpacking of the 3. This is one that I'm really excited about. Got some stickers. We all love stickers. And here she is. Oh, it's a little bit more orange than I thought it would be. It's like a deep yellow, not a high-vis yellow. Nice. So excited about this 3 meter. Can't wait to be on a small parawing. I've only written the 4.2 and the 4 meter BRM. I'm so keen to try something smaller now. Oh, she's so tiny. Yeah, this is going to be lit. This is going to be absolutely awesome. Oh, here we go. It's small. This is going to be absolutely awesome. I don't mind the colorway too. It's a beautiful yellow. It's a beautiful kind of maroon. This looks cool. I'm trying to get into a little bit of wind because come on, there's nothing now. Be more wind if I blew on it. It still flies. I'm just creating apparent wind. Walking backwards. Yes, this is what I want. The 3 meter. So keen on that. And the other one that I'm keen on, and I wasn't before, because for me, parawings are supposed to be something small, something that you just use in the best conditions, and I didn't want something big. But now, the more I think about it, the more I'm excited about this 5 meter. I don't know why this is getting me excited now, but I can imagine low wind and some waves, and even if I keep it powered, just doing like little pop-ups off the wave and trying to, like, with maybe some straps, do a little freestyle. That could be quite fun. I want to see how big this boy is. The orange looks beautiful. Orange and blue is nice. I'll try to do that walk back, see if it pops up in the sky. Whoa, she is big. She's a big gal. Wow, this is gonna get me up in nothing. It's enormous. Look at that, it's a monster. I want to see a quick little pack down. So I tuck that under. With the way I pack down, I go through all the lines, and then I go to the back of the parawing and grab the lines that are in my hand. Can you see my hand there? I do that, grab it in there, and then I start tucking it away. And this part is the part that it doesn't really matter that much that it's not tidy, as long as you have your lines sorted out at the start. It's not too bad. Look at that. It's a lot of canopy, but it's not too bad. Like, this could be interesting. So that's the 5. That's the 3. I've got a bunch of 4 meters for the guys down the coast, and apparently some hats. So let's get in the water. We're gonna get these things wet. Woo! This is me running because the wind's here and we've got the 3 meter. So went out with the 4.2 for a little bit now, just for a little bit of a session. We're not doing a downwinder, but just to have a bit of a feel. There has been some changes to it that we'll talk about in a different video, but I also got the 3 and the 5.5, and I feel like there's enough wind to go with the 3. This is what I want to be on. This is what I want to be riding every day. So let's give it a go. And look, right now we have probably 16 to 18 knots, so it's getting windy. Let's see how this 3 flies on land just for a second before we go out and commit to it on the water. Look at that. Looks solid, feels solid, turns on a dime, and that beautiful backline stall. I think we got enough, but it's always deceiving with the Parawing because on land you have heaps, and then once you go to the water you lose all of that power because you're going downwind and you lose that bit of power on the lines and on the Parawing. But it's looking good. It's turning a little faster. There's been some alterations to the actual shape and the lines, so these guys are really pushing it, developing this super quick. I'm keen to see how this 3 feels. Let's go. Man, this is tiny. This feels super tiny compared to what I was riding, but still I feel like I have enough to get up. And again, 16, 18 knots, downwinder board, so big board, 1130S, pretty standard foil, very lifty, very forgiving. Just want to get up and have a feel for this one. Let's see how we go. Super good bottom end. Obviously the foil helps. It's a big foil, 1130S, very forgiving foil, and just feels good to have something small in my hands. Oh, been riding such big Parawings, or at least a 4.2 compared to this feels so big, but same kind of reactions. Good front line stalling, like you can definitely stall it. Let's see how the stowing goes. Yes. Feels really good. Look, I'm really close to shore, so I just want to give you guys like a first look at this thing, because I haven't seen anybody ride the 3 meter yet, and it's tiny. It feels compact. It feels awesome. Let's try to get up again. See how we go with getting up. It's kind of like hovering in the 16 knot range, so I'm surprised at how easy and how much speed I'm able to get from it. It's been good. It's been good. I think that I'm getting to the point now where if I'm on my downwinder board, even in light winds, I feel like I can generate enough speed to get up on the 3. So I'm kind of feeling like the smaller sizes, after you get used to the power and what the Parawing does, smaller sizes will shine. You know, being one-handed, being really powered but one-handed and comfortable. I don't have a harness on the Parawing. I'm not riding with the belt, just free riding, unhooked all the time, and it's easy, man. This makes a difference. Like, you could have a big session and not feel like you're gonna die or like your arms are gonna be pulled up. This is really helpful for those longer sessions that you're going to be going upwind, especially. And I'm getting some great angles upwind right now. Not riding too fast, really controlled, but really good angle now compared to where I started. Sick. It's doing well. Going to give you a little bit of a shot of how it flies. Again, able to just depower it completely, power it up whenever I need to, and I have a little bit of tension on the rear lines. It just makes it easier to actually just control and maneuver it and turn it, so you get that turning ability by having a little bit of pressure on the rear. But when I don't want it, I just rest on the front lines and just go. It's good. Relaunches really well. It's easy to know where it's pointing to as well when you're holding it with that white leading edge. Super helpful in the relaunch. Jives are really good with it as well. It's very reactive, like it turns like I'm pushing the bar and it reacts super quick, but not erratic. Like it's a heavier bar feel where you can feel like you're in control, and when you get something a little bit lighter like the BRM, it feels a little bit more sensitive, and that sensitivity just kind of leads you to be a little bit like wary of what you're doing to it. This one you can just kind of forget about it. It just flows into your movements a little bit easier. Really good. that was a kite loop. Try to do another one. All right, cool. First session done on the 3 meter, and God, I've been waiting for this parawing for so long. Actually going out on a size of parawing that I actually think is going to be, you know, the size that I want to be on most of the time was awesome. I really like how the stability and the structure of the flow makes that 3 meters so stable. It's like rock solid. You shoot it out and it goes fuck, and it just gives you the confidence to push and ride because you know that it's going to be there. Really enjoyed that feature where obviously you can take the pressure off the lines. That's still there, that's still present, but just smaller canvas, really reactive, but predictable and controllable. Like, I can't say better things. I mean, I can't keep going about these parawings, but they're just absolutely awesome. So good job on that one. It was nice to have shorter lines, smaller canopy, so stowing won't be an issue at all with this one. There are questions coming up in the comments about you know, the stowing ability of the 4.2 and the 5.5. I think the 5.5 will reach a point where it will be a little bit clunky. The 4.2 I've never had an issue. Maybe if you time it, you know, you're gonna add another 5 seconds to your stow. And in a wave scenario, maybe that plays a part, that may play a role. But if I'm catching a wave, I'm catching the wave from way before it gets to a critical point, so that'll allow me enough time to pack it. And in a wave kind of environment as well, very rarely I have it stowed in the belts, just because I need to be able to I think the focus there is for rapid deployment, not you know, stowing it permanently and going for a downwind run. I really use the belt more for the downwind runs where I'm going to stow it, and if I have to bring it out and it's all messed up, I just stop, reset, get going again. But in a wave scenario where I want to know where my leading edge, where I want to make sure that my lines are untangled, I don't stow it in the belts. And there might be another option coming to the market soon with some better or quicker stowing options. And there's a really good video in the Parawing group on Facebook that I'm part of, showing one of the guys there did a kind of mesh net elastic, you know, belt on his vest. So it's really cool because it's you just open it up and stash the Parawing that way. I'm going to try that. I'm already bought the mesh for it, so really good tip from that guy on the Facebook group. I'll try to put a link to it on the bottom. But ultimately, 3 meter today, it was everything that I expected from the wing, from the Parawing, and it has so much low end. And it's really important for those smaller sizes to have some grunt, because if you're on a small size, it's going to be a hectic day, it's going to be bumpy, it's going to be wild, and you want to have that power to get up. The last thing you want is to be fluffing about, not feeling enough energy in your Parawing to be able to get up. So really good bottom end on the 3, almost to the point where I'm like, oh, it's so close, the 3 and the 4.2. But I think when I took the 3 out, you know, conditions went from maybe 16 to 18 knots, and it was closer to 18, 20 knots. So in that wind range, the 3 meter will work with your downwind board. I think from 20 knots and over, you can start thinking about downsizing your board. But really good. Next thing is to go through like a proper review, stow it, you know, show it in all sorts of wind scenarios. I want to take it into a 25, 30 knot wind scenario. But for now, all good. Next up, Next video, I'll try to drop the 5.5. First impressions only. This session with the 3 was like 40, maybe 50 minutes in the water, 50 minutes in the water, so not that much. Just the first impressions. I know everybody's asking about it, so I'm just trying to get these videos out as fast as I can, and it's not my full-time job, so I'm juggling a lot of things and also trying to get all of your questions answered. So keep them coming. It gives me a lot of ideas and what to post for the next one. So for now, that's it. 5.5 coming next.